No, it don't say nothing, huh?
Actually, it does. It does 6 watching. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So I can always tab over and switch between.
All right. If anybody's listening, it was somebody else's fault. Y'all know that, right? So, who's got the? Oh, that's you. Oh, you're listening to it too?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay. Yeah, let's mute that. We don't need to hear that. All right. Is anybody out there? Y'all could chat, say hello. Somebody chat, say hello. Let me know if you can hear me. Somebody. Somebody say something. Where'd my coffee go? Y'all stole my coffee. Y'all stole my coffee. Somebody stole my coffee cup. Anybody gonna chat, say something? Jammin' Joe says she could hear me. Does that mean yes, Joe? You can throw that on the screen. There you go. Because she's cute. Right? Yeah, you're not going to argue with me. Huh? You're not going to. Who says that?
Omega?
Who's Omega? Oh. Well, of course he can hear me. He's in the damn same room. You're in the same room with me, man.
Right. Noah says I can hear you.
Noah, what's up, man? We haven't seen you in a minute. Literally. Like 60 of them. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Y'all can see the console, right? Everybody see the console? Let me go to the All right, here's my Pro Tools. Hey, y'all don't need to look at me, huh? Turn that off for a minute. All right. So, welcome in everybody. It's just me and Octo and Giorgio here for we tried to start at 6, man, but stuff happens. I'm gonna keep it clean. I'm not gonna say because I know Junior's at home and little Johnny might be there and listening and stuff. We don't want to say stupid stuff, so we'll keep it clean. We'll keep it PG. All right, everybody. We'll try to keep it PG. Y'all could. I don't think little Johnny can read yet, so y'all could type nasty words if you want. That's cool. Anyway, all right. What? No, I don't want the camera. No, George just asked if he wanted my camera on, but y'all don't need to see me just yet. So here's what we're gonna do. All right, y'all should be looking at the Pro Tools screen. This is my welcome to Pro Tools. Well, you know what? Let's do that. Yeah, we can do this. You got picture in picture. You can turn off the picture in picture over there. Oh yeah, you do it that way. Oh shit. Oh, sorry, Johnny. Shoot. Yeah, we had a little technical difficulty with the thing. Hopefully y'all that had signed up have figured out that channel wasn't working through the other thing, and you figured it out, and you found us anyway over here on the. I just had to regroup and restream and everything, so we had to find a new stream key, and I don't want to go into too many details with y'all, but if any of y'all out there are streaming gurus, call me. We could do stuff. All right, we're gonna go to the Pro Tools page now. And you can take me off of there, man. I don't need to. Oh, okay, never mind. He did. I always have to press that other button, but you just press that one. You lazy. All right. So here's what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. This is a blank session. I have made available. I don't know if I've made them available anymore, but oh, you know what? I got it right here. Y'all could go to learnprorecording.com/download. And y'all could download these files. These are the same files that I'm going to be working on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and import all these files into my session. All right, so what we're going to do today, kind of what we're doing, is we're bringing up a live mix onto the console. So it's basically a hybrid mix. So basically we can do, we're going to be able to do both of the best worlds at the same time. So we get access to the analog console as well as access to digital stuff inside Pro Tools. Yeah, we happen to be using Pro Tools today because that's what I'm more comfortable using. So no big deal. I'm just kind of anal, bro. So sorry. That's gotta move out the way or something. It was covering up a thing. So anyway, yeah. So don't go too far with my tape. So I need that right here.
Take that up for you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so I'm going to make all these files downloadable for this same song that we're working on today. This is a song called Homie. which was it was recorded actually in this room in Studio B. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the studio. Y'all know Studio B. We did this one day just to test Studio B to see if it was going to work right, and it worked out okay. The song's pretty good. It's okay. I'm going to go ahead and I've selected all my tracks, and I'm just going to let Pro Tools populate the tracks for me. So one of the first things I do is I kind of see what I got going on. Everything's labeled properly, that kind of stuff. So what I want to do though is I want to organize my tracks in a way that I understand it. So I'm going to go and make, I'm going to find my, I think they come in alphabetical order. If I'm not, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's alphabetical order. I don't know. I don't know how Pro Tools thinks about this stuff. Whatever. My kick drum's going to be first. Then do I have a snare? Yeah, there's a snare drum. Put that up next. Then the hat goes after that. Then the rack tom. Where's the rack tom? There's a rack tom. Floor tom. Bass. Put that down here. Overhead is next. Overhead's a stereo channel. It's a overhead left and overhead right. And then we had a room as well. All right, so there are all my drums. Then I got my bass next. Then I want my guitars. Oh, you know what? We got to do this a little bit weird because of the way the console's laid out. Because we got stereo channel. I need to keep the stereo together. I don't know if y'all know that, man, but Pro Tools is pretty particular about. Pro Tools is pretty particular about having the left channel is an odd number and the right channel is an even number. Have you guys figured that out yet? No? Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Now you learned something. Everybody learned something already today. We call it a day. Everybody already learned something. Yeah, in Pro Tools, the left channel is always odd number and the right channel is always even number. So in order for this to work, I think we need to move a few things around. I think the two solo guitars are going to go together. And then the lead guitar rhythm. I'm going to put the rhythm guitar on top of the lead guitar just because I can. All right. So here's what we're going to do now. So all my drums, I'm going to select all my drums. While I have them selected, I'm going to go ahead and change the color because I like that. I'm just going to make all the drums a different color. It doesn't matter the color, man. There's no standard. You guys can interact. You guys can talk. There's two guys in here in the room with me, so they might be talking too. So can y'all, I can't really see it, but y'all could hear me, right? I guess. Oh, Joe says yes. Thank you, Joe. All right. So I'm going to take all my drums and bass. All right. So I've got a stereo channel here. So I need to take, let's just do this the easy way. I'm going to take from here down and I'm going to populate the output of this to channel 1. What I'm doing right now is I'm sending this out to my console on line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, so on and so on. Then this one will be line 7 and 8. We're going to have to skip 6. What we can do is put the room on 6 because it's a mono. All right, that way we keep it together. So on the console, it should, you know what we're going to do too? Can you switch to the console for me there, George? So what we're going to do here is I'm going to put some tape on the console. Take off the, thank you, George. George is on it, man. Round of applause for George. George is not only on the scene, but George made drinks. George brought drinks and made drinks. George is the dude. I tell you what. What do you call those drinks, George? What'd you make?
Old fashioned.
Old fashioned. Joe! George made old fashions. Yeah, Joe's been wanting to try old fashions for a minute. Where'd we get that? Oh, she's been watching Love Boat. You guys remember that show, Love Boat? Joe's been watching Love Boat. And apparently everybody drinks old fashions on the Love Boat. So there's that. All right. So if you guys can see the console, what I just did is I put some board tape on the console because I got to write down what's on what. As I populate it, I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. All right, so channel 1, we got the kick drum. We got the snare drum. We got the hat. We should have rack tom, floor tom. Then if I'm not mistaken, we got the room is next. Y'all like my handwriting? It's awesome, right? All right, then overhead left and overhead right. Overhead left, overhead right. So there's the 8 for the drums. Then next we should have the bass. You can go back to the Pro Tools there, George. Thank you, sir. All right, so then we got the bass. It's going to go out line, we'll put it on line 9, output. Line 9. Rhythm guitar we'll put on 10. Lead guitar we'll put on 11. Solo. These solos kind of overlap, I think. If we go look at them real quick, no, they don't really overlap that much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put them on the same track. But there is a problem with them, and this is why they're on 2 different tracks. So maybe we should leave them on 2 different tracks. Let me get them up here, and I'll play it for you. That way you'll see what I'm talking about. So let's make this 12. This one 13. Hope I'm not boring y'all just yet. This is the stupid stuff that we got to do. So 13. So we got bass. Back to our thing there. You can leave it on there, George. Go back. Bass, rhythm guitar, we'll call this lead guitar. Then we have solo 1 and solo 2. Solo 1, solo 2. Oh, and then we'll do vocals here. That's what we'll do. We'll pull the vocals up here. So we got solo 1. Solo 1, solo 2. Then we got vocals, or solo 1, solo 2, vocals, and then organ. Okay, so, So what we have here is all this. So I'm just going to put the stuff in the mix for now so we can listen to things, all right? Then we'll subgroup things in a sec. Let me just put everything in the mix on the console. I just put everything in the mix with the left-right mix button, which this is the left-right. I'm just sending it here. This is my volume control. I got my speaker selector switch there. Should we talk about the console? You guys need to talk. Let me know if y'all need to talk about the console, if you need a little explanation of what this is. I know everybody's used to Pro Tools. Everybody's used to this console. And then now this is an actual analog console. This is a 32 channel. There's 16 channels here. There's a subgroup in the middle. Then there's another 16 channels here. And then it's an inline console. So actually there's 2 faders per channel. There's 2 faders per channel. This is meant for recording and then monitoring at the same time. Does anybody need an explanation of the console and how it works? We all good? So I'll just, we good to go? All right, I don't see anything yet. All right, I'm just gonna press play and we'll see what happens, all right? Well, nothing's happening, right? Because we don't have anything in there and we got still some organ. Oh, the organ I didn't put out on 15, 16. See, this is why we test stuff, because we didn't hear it. Line 1 and 2, vocal comp should be 14. There we go. All right, so now we should be good. So we got kick drum. I think y'all can hear what I hear in here. Okay. Got the hat. Rack tom. Room mic. Overhead. Bass. Rhythm guitar. Lead guitar. We haven't, we actually just passed the solos. So let me go back a little bit. We'll get up to the solos here. Yeah. The organ. So I don't know if y'all could hear the problem that we have with the guitars. This guitar is perfectly clean. Like I think we recorded it off of a DI. All right. And then we get to the second part, which is coming up, and the other one we recorded through an amp. This next one, man, we recorded through an amplifier. And the guy had some pedals. There's a little delay, a little distortion. So it doesn't match the other one. So that's one of the problems that's one of the problems we have with this song, is that. There are a couple other problems which we'll talk about in a minute. But let's so the next thing we'll do, I don't really think we need to change the color of the bass. I'll leave the bass that color. The guitars, I'll change all the guitars to let's just change all the guitars to, I don't know, let's make them orange. Orange guitars, dark orange guitars. Vocals, we'll make vocals, I don't know, yellow. And the organ will make, what color for the organ? Let's go with blue. Aqua. All right, so there you go. So now what we could do, all right, well look, I don't know if y'all noticed this too, but the Pro Tools session, man, I'm keeping all the faders at 0. Everything's panned straight up because I'm gonna be using the console to do all these pannings and adjustments of levels and stuff. All right, so I'm just gonna start at the front of the song here. I'm just gonna start listening to the song, and while I do that, I'm gonna raise the faders here and see what happens. Ooh, that hi-hat's a little crazy. All right, what y'all think? Y'all hear the music okay? Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear the music okay.
All I have is a good time.
What y'all think?
You
Y'all
broke
can hear it, right?
my wings, yet I have a good time.
Well, you're in the room. You can't.
Every one of my
George is
dreams.
in the room. He said it sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good in the room. George is sitting there next to the $28 million speakers. Good job, George. Sounds good, huh?
Yet I have me a
How
good
about y'all at home? Can somebody at home let me know that they could hear the song really good? Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's on. It should be on.
time.
Oh, today is just too much fun, ladies and gentlemen.
Since you've been gone, all I have is a good time.
Noah got a question.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to get Noah. It's like Noah knows the script. All right, Noah, here's what we're going to do, my friend. I'm going to move the keyboard out the way for a second, all right? Here's what we're going to do. Now I'm going to take all the tracks out of the left-right mix to answer Noah's question. Okay, so what I'm going to do, Noah, is I'm going to put all the drums on this subgroup right here. Okay, this is going to be called the drums. All right? So what I'm going to do here, if you guys can see these are where I route, this is called the matrix. This is where I route the output of this fader to the subgroups, okay? So I'm gonna send all the drums to subgroup 1 and 2 by pressing the buttons, okay? So then what I'm gonna do is come over here to the subgroup and I'm gonna send the subgroup to the left and the right, and it is a stereo subgroup, so I'll click in the stereo knob. All right, so now we hear all the drums are here. So all of the mix here is coming here, and then I can adjust how loud the overall mix of the drums is. This comes in handy for a couple of things. One, when you're mixing, you can just, if the drums are too loud, you bring them down and bring up the rest of it. And then two, if you want to say insert a compressor or something on just over the overall drum mix, you can actually insert at this point. You can insert individually here, or because we're working a hybrid mix, you can actually insert a compressor on the kick drum channel here, which we're going to do. We're going to try that because I kind of think that the kick drum could be replaced with a sample, or just add a sample to it to give it a little bit more punch, a little bit more kick, if you will. See what I did there on the kick drum? Give it a little more kick. Come on, George.
Yeah.
You all right? All right. So
more cowbell in there.
Oh, Uriel. Yeah, let's get. I got a cowbell sample. Uriel, is that gonna be all right, man? So, all right. So let's try this. I'm gonna go. What I'm gonna do too now is I'm gonna take the bass. Okay. Now this is kind of weird. You guys might not catch this, but I'm gonna send the bass and the vocals to these two. Okay. So the bass is gonna go to 3 and 4. And the vocals is also going to go to 3 and 4. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pan the bass all the way to the left on the console, and I'm going to pan the vocals all the way on the right on the console. And I'm going to input the left and right. So whatever's coming to this subgroup is now going to the master fader, but it's not a stereo feed. Each one of these is individually mono, because the bass is always in the middle and the vocals are always in the middle. So now if I press play now, I've got vocals on 1. Okay, I should have vocals on 1, and I should have, oh, there's no vocals right there in the song, that's what it is. Let me get over here. We got some vocals in the song. All right. So there's the bass. There's the vocals. Okay.
It's so lonely.
The bass is here.
But I had a good.
The vocals are here. See what I'm saying? See how that works? Because I didn't depress the stereo button.
Lonely, babe.
If I press the stereo button, now they're going to be.
But I had me a good time.
Okay, because they are just regular. The bass and the vocals are usually in the center. So then what I'm going to do is take all the guitars and send them to 5 and 6, including the solos. So then the guitars will be here. So I got to go bass here, vocals here. I mean, there's only one vocal, so we really don't need to send it to a subgroup, but hey, might as well. Then we'll send all the guitars here, and then we'll use this last one for the organ. Even though we've only got one organ, we don't really need it. And those two are stereo. We're going to be panning some of the guitars, and we're going to be panning some of the organ. We're definitely going to be panning the organ left and right. Watch what happens when we pan the organ left and right. I'll press play. The organ is here. The organ should have been there, but it's not. There it is. All right, when I pan the organ, check this out. See what it sounds like. You feel like it got wider? Can y'all hear that at home, man? The stereo-ness at home? If you're just listening to this on your phone, you're not going to get or your laptop speakers, you're not really going to get the full effect of the actual analogness of it. Is that a word? Analogness? We'll make it up. There you go. All right. Huh? Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah, we'll just make it up. It'll be all right. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Sorry. I'm drinking coffee. I don't know about y'all. I'm drinking coffee. The other two guys are drinking. Drinking. All right. So now we can actually start listening to stuff and adjusting levels. I'm basically going to put all the subgroups at 0 for right now.
Since you've been gone,
and adjust here on the track.
all I have is a good time. Yeah.
So let's say you want to hear just the drums and the bass, right? It's kind of easy to do that. You don't have to make the groups in Pro Tools. You don't have to make the groups in Pro Tools, and you don't have to try to solo and do stuff inside Pro Tools. Oh, there's my phone. I was wondering where my phone went. Anyway, so we could listen. Now, I don't know if y'all. This is a transport that is actually connected to Pro Tools from my console. It runs via MIDI. It's MIDI timecode, TC. But it works pretty good, man. That way I can get the keyboard out the way. I don't need it, you know. And when I press play here, I can press fast forward, rewind. You can actually record with this. You can actually set up a track and press record and play, and it'll go into record mode. But since we're into just mix mode, you know. So let's listen to the song and get some. What do y'all think? We just listen to the song and get some levels. See what it sounds like. We'll make it sound halfway decent. All right? I mean, it already kind of sounds not bad, but. Oh, another thing I would do too is because the drums are running in stereo, I like to pan my rack toms hard left and hard right. My overhead's going to be pan hard left and hard right. The room is going to be straight up. The snare and hi-hat just go a little bit to the left because I'm looking at the drummer. All right. There's a good question though. Some of you guys have actually asked me this in person. Do you pan as though you're the drummer, or do you pan as though you're the audience looking at the drummer? And this is a good. I mean, it's an open question because generally there's no answer, or the answers are the same. It doesn't matter. You know, it depends on how you feel, depends on how you're doing it. My answer is, if I'm recording the drums, I pan as though I'm the drummer. If I'm just mixing the drums, I mix as though I'm looking at the drummer. So there's the answer for that. All right. So that's kind of pretty decent. That's not bad. We'll bring in the vocals. Guitar.
So lonely, babe.
Organ.
But I had me a good time.
Just kind of already in a good place. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Right? It's not bad. What if?
Since you've been gone, all I have is a good time.
What if we supplement that kick drum a little bit? What do y'all think about that? I think we need to add a little bit of kick drum. We'll come back to these guitars, and there is a problem with the vocals, and we'll come back to that later. But let's talk about these vocals first. All right. So this song is typical of songs that we get from some clients. Not all clients. Some clients are better at understanding how to work Pro Tools and how to do things, you know, how to put things together while they're building it. Some aren't. Some clients just kind of just throw stuff on there and they don't label tracks. Let's talk about labeling tracks, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, that's one of the biggest things. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, man. If I get it, honestly, this is honest. If I get a session sent from a client and they want me to mix it, and the tracks are all labeled just audio 1, audio 2, audio 3, dude, I send it back. I said, literally, I don't need to take, especially if it's like an R&B song with like, you know, 92 tracks of vocals. I honestly don't need to spend the time trying to figure out which, you know, oh, is that lead vocal? Is that background vocal? Is it a harmony? Is it a double? Is it a triple? No, dude, just label your damn tracks. You know what I'm saying? Oh, dude. Man, this guy, I need this. Man, you should move up here. You should move up here to Burbank, man, and come be a neighbor and stuff, man. We're gonna have barbecues and shit. It'd be awesome. Oh, I'm sorry, and stuff. I'll try to be better at that, people. So, anyway, let's look at these vocals. Anyway, this is kind of typical, and we did this on purpose. This song was originally put together for students to work on and to mix on. That's why it's kind of fun to play with. Some of you guys that are my students that are out there watching and listening right now, dude, you can put me in there now if you want. There you go. What is that? Yeah, don't switch screens like that, man, because it shows up on on the thing. You need to stay on that screen only. All right. Sorry, man. What is that? Do you want to? No. Just hit escape or turn it off. Yeah, you don't want to dictate nothing, unless y'all need it dictated. What do they call it? Closed captions. No, we don't need that. Y'all, hey, if y'all can't understand the way I talk, too bad. I'm sorry. What am I going to be? I'm going to have, you know, compassion? No, shut up. Enjoy me. The way I talk is fine. Y'all can understand me, right?
Of course.
All right. That's all we need. All right. So this is, like I was saying earlier, this vocal is kind of typical of what we normally get. I can actually see where there's been some edits done, like right here. There has not been edits done here. There's no edits. You know, there's basically this thing is kind of half edited. It's not really fully edited. So what this means too is that if we listen to this, let's just listen to this little part right here. All right. I'll try to solo this. This is a beauty of working as a in hybrid too, is I can solo here, and that's the only thing that's going to come out.
Yet I have a good time.
Y'all hear that? That's basically the headphone bleed, man. This guy had his headphones just cranked up, dude. That's basically the headphone feed. So what we need to do is get rid of that. I don't want to hear
You
that.
broke my wings.
And there's a couple of ways to do
Yet
that.
I have a good time.
Honestly, the easiest way to do it is just go on and do the edit. We don't need that, you know. This one, you can. The beauty of again, man, the beauty of working in a DAW is that you can see stuff. You know, you can actually see your audio, man, and it's kind of visual, yet mixing visually and editing visually kind of gets in the way. But I mean, this is really not that bad, so I can kind of see it. You know, it's not that bad. I don't mind it. All right, so that looks clean. That looks clean. I think the only problem we had was that one. Here's a little one here. If you want to, you know, get crazy, we can get rid of this one too. I'm also putting little fades on, just so it doesn't pop in case I'm cutting it on you know, where it's not crossing the center line. So no worries. Don't really matter. Doesn't really matter on that one, but you know, that's kind of it, man. That's kind of all we needed to do. So now the vocals should be pretty clean. So what I'm gonna do now is put that back that I just. All right, there we go. Okay, so. Now what we could do is we could listen to it and see if we got anything.
It's so lonely, but I had a good time. So lonely, babe.
I mean, I think that sounds better.
But I had me a good time.
These edits come in, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even though in a mix it doesn't really matter that much, but having that extra stuff in there, like, we're gonna go look at the toms on the drums as well. You can see this one's been edited. The floor tom has been edited. The rack tom has not. So there's, in Pro Tools, man, there's this thing called strip silence. It's Apple U, or look, it's the Apple key. Y'all can say command all you want, but it's the damn Apple key. Y'all get used to it. Command equals Apple. Okay? Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, so anyway, we can set this up, right? And you basically adjust it on the track to where you're just looking at the hits. All right, you can adjust it a little bit more here. All we're looking at is the big hits of the. That's kind of all we need is adjust that. I'll add a little bit of pad on the front and a little bit of pad on the back, just so we make sure we get all the stuff. And then when you hit strip, all you're left with is the hits. You could do it on this one. Yeah, we do it on the floor tom too. It's pretty much set the same, so it doesn't matter. Let's just do that. I think this one though was I think I missed a couple on this one, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Look at that. Let me undo that real quick. Let me adjust this where I got that on there. Just because I can. Oh, I got the beginning pad on. No? Start pad, end pad. All right, just do a fine adjustment on it. I don't know why it's not catching those other two transients right there. It's weird. But that's fine. I'll just do it this way and then cut this. There's nothing there, so it doesn't really matter that much. So all I should be left with is the hits themselves, you know? Nothing but the hits. Get it? Okay. Apple U. All right. So that, and what that does, man, is it takes away, basically on the toms we had a open microphone. So when the guy's not actually hitting the toms, there's still sound coming in. You know, an alternative to that is to gate the toms on the way in. I personally don't like that because I don't want to hear the gate opening and closing. It's kind of difficult that he might hit it a different way and then the gate doesn't work the way that it did before. Whatever. I find it just much easier just to do it later, you know, in the mix. Just because on a live thing, yeah, I'll use a gate on the tom because I don't need it, and then it doesn't really matter if he hits it different, you know, each time because it's live. I mean, nobody really cares, right? You can't really tell live like you can in a studio. In a studio, man, it's like a microscope. You know what I mean? So everybody's just seeing it. All right, so back to the kick drum thing. We were going to add a sample to the kick drum. What we're going to use is we're going to use Steven Slate's Trigger 2. And we're just going to go to the browser and add a little, let's find a kick that might sound good. I don't know if the audition's on or not. Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that. All right, so let's... I don't know if you guys are familiar with Trigger, but there's 4 different samples on each drum, basically. One's a close mic, one's a little bit closer, there's a little bit of room to it, and then you got a far mic and a room mic. You know, and you can just blend all these in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these two. And that's gonna be it. And then we'll go back to our triggering. Now we're listening to it.
Yeah.
Adjust the detail. We're just getting just those hits. And honestly, I don't like the samples. So I'm gonna go change the samples. I just didn't like them. Sorry. Let's go with I wonder if they stole this from Nirvana. It says never kick. Yeah, let's try those. It'll just overwrite, and when you put them in, it'll just overwrite what you had. Okay, back to the triggering. Again, still don't like that, man. Sorry. Trial and error, people. That's what we do, man. We mix. That's definitely not nice. Chill kick. No, I don't like that. Why am I not liking that? It's too tinny, man. It's too like a blimp kick. Hey now. Might be getting into something there, but let's put that one there. I don't know. Yeah, it does, huh? Woo! Let's add this one. Oh, wait. What's it? Nah, too much room. Let's add this to it in the front there so we can actually... See, we can adjust.
Yeah. It's so lonely.
Solo my kick drum. That's what I ought to do, huh? Yeah.
So lonely, babe.
Yeah, okay.
But I
That's
have
actually
a
not
good
bad.
time.
I'm gonna turn it up a little bit.
Yeah. since you've been gone.
I mean, this thing's kind of cool too because you can tune it down a little bit.
You broke my wing. Yet
I don't know if y'all can tell, but here in the room, I'm going between speakers. With this switch right here, the switch right here takes me between the two speakers that we have. Speakers that we have in here. The speakers that we have in here, we have the Yamaha NS10s, the old school, and then we have the Dyne Audio Acoustic 15s, 15As, I think they're called. But they're pretty beefy, and the Dyne Audios actually have a sub, so they're a little bit extra punchy on the bottom end because it's got that sub involved. But we got to keep our hip hop friends, happy. All right, we could probably let's listen to this snare drum as well. So here's one of the things we're gonna have to do. Okay, I'm gonna add a reverb to the snare. All right. Let me know in the chat, man, if y'all think we should do a what? Oh, I forgot it was on. Let me know in the chat if y'all want me to try a. You want me to come to the outboard? I got an outboard. I've got a Yamaha SPX90, the version 2, which I think was from 1988, if I'm not mistaken. I'm probably mistaken because I do that a lot. I can come out and go to that and show you how that works, or I can just use one in the box. Y'all let me know in the chat real quick. You want to outboard or you want to inboard? You want to in the box reverb on the snare? What do you think? Y'all let me know what you think is going to be best. All right. Go ahead. I'll wait. No, that's fine. Take your time. I'm just messing with y'all, man. Be mean. Don't be mean. Damn. What? No, don't put that on the screen, man. I don't care. People shouldn't talk like that on the damn YouTube. I'm just kidding. Nobody said anything. Old school. All right, girlfriend wants it to go old school. Let's do that. Watch what happens. Y'all can't see the SPX90 though. It's over there. You can take me off screen, dude. I'm gonna stand up for this because actually you can go to the patch bay because I got a patch. I got a patch on the patch bay. Stop singing. I know. I've heard it. I've heard that before. So here's what we're gonna do over here on the patch bay, which I've got a camera. I honestly put a camera on the patch bay just so I could show you all this. What I'm gonna do, okay, is back to the console real quick, George. These are the auxiliaries. Here's the snare drum on channel 2. See, it says snare, if y'all could read my handwriting. But these are the auxiliaries, okay? So I'm gonna take auxiliary 1 and I'm gonna run it into the SPX90. So here's auxiliary 1 right here. Go back to you on the patch bay? Okay. And then we'll go into the SPX90 right here. The SPX90 is cool. It's got one input and then it's got a stereo output, which is awesome. Don't ask me why. It's okay. I'm going to return that to auxiliary. Let's go to auxiliary 3, left and right. Okay. I think that's auxiliary. No, it's auxiliary 4. Oh, there it is. It's like this. What? Oh, that's the output. The stereo effects returns. Let's go here. Okay, so I'm going to return my reverb here on this channel. We'll call this the snare verb. All right. So, again, we can route these wherever we want. For now, we're just going to route it into the left and the right, just so we can hear it by itself. Okay, so let's go play. All right. We'll just solo some drums. I'm going to send to this is the snare. I'm going to send to the SPX90 now. I'm already seeing it on there. What's the numbers on there? We got 2 point, it's a vocal reverb. 2.4 seconds. Yeah, it's too much. Oh, there's a plate reverb. That's what I wanted. Recall. All right, so I got a plate reverb at 1.8 seconds. All right, on the snare drum, and then it sounds like this. Can y'all hear that? It's pretty badass, man. It's a lot, but you know, it's okay. But it's still amazing. So this is the actual master. I'm sending from here, and it goes to the master out. Then it goes over here through the patch bay, gets reverbed, and then I bring it back on this channel, which is my return, so we can actually hear it. I like this. I like to return it onto these channels because I've got an EQ available on these channels. Because what I want to do too is I'm gonna EQ just the reverb of the snare. I'm not gonna run the EQ on the snare just yet. I just want to listen to the reverb on the reverb of the snare. I'm basically gonna take away some of the low frequencies and add a little bit of high frequencies to it. Make it snap a little bit. I can already feel it. I don't know if y'all can feel that. That's just so stupid, man. It's just, this is ridiculous. Everybody should go out right now and try to buy one of these consoles on eBay or Craigslist or some shit, man, because this is ridiculous. Just, dude, look, I don't know if y'all can see how much I moved the knob just a hair, really, just a hair. And it just brought that snare drum out into my face, man. It's crazy. All right, moving on. Let's listen to the song some more while we got the snare on there, the snare reverb. Now it's actually too much, so we'll bring it back a little bit. Whew. Okay.
So lonely.
So auxiliary 1 is actually it is actually pre-fader. I'm gonna make it post-fader. So as I move this fader, it will adjust how much of the snare is going out that auxiliary. That was a problem. It was pre-fader. So as whatever I had this on, that's where it was. Okay. So now if I got this on there, if I pull this down, you'll hear the reverb go down a little bit. Yeah, you'll hear the reverb go down with the level of the snare, which is the way I wanted it. Okay. All right, the hi-hat. All right, moving on to the hi-hat. I think we could add a little bit of sparkle to the hi-hat. So I'm gonna go to the EQ on the rail. This is called the rail, by the way. This is the channel strip. All right, I'm gonna put the EQ in, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of high frequencies and get rid of a little bit of lows. This is a shelf, up and down, a top shelf and a bottom shelf, okay? The ones here in the middle, those are the middle frequencies, the high mid frequencies and the low mid frequencies. There I can dial in the frequency, I can dial a boosting cut, and also dial the quality factor, or what we know as the Q. That's how wide the bell is, whether it's wide or not wide. I'm trying to get my hands in there to work it right, man. It's crazy. It's so silly to think about this stuff, man. We don't even think about this stuff when we do it. We just, you know. Yeah. So on the overheads, I'm gonna do the same thing, man. I'm gonna add the EQ, get rid of some of the low frequencies, and add a boost, just boost a little bit of the highs. Man, that ride cymbal's now sticking right on out there. I'll do the same thing with the room mic. I'll add the EQ. There we go. All right. I think the drums are in a pretty good place, you know. We could, no, we can't. Well, let's try something where we do a little bit of hybrid mixing. Let's do something, I'm trying to think of what's a cool thing to do here. Let's do this. Let's do this. On the rack tom and the floor tom, let's add an auxiliary. We'll make a new track. We'll call this tom verb. Okay. And we'll create that. Okay. We'll solo safe it. That way if we solo anything inside Pro Tools, that will still play through. All right. Here's a cool thing to do too. Check this out. Because we got two, we got this and then this, instead of having to go to this one and turn it up and then go to this one and turn it up, what we can do is we can go here, make a group out of these two things, call it toms. Okay, this is our tom group. All right, and instead of following the globals, we'll go to the attributes, or attributes, I almost said attributes, but attributes, and we'll turn on no volumes, no solos, no automations, no mutes. We'll just go with the level on what's on send A, which is a send A. All right, so that's the only thing that's going to be working together. So if we go over here to our mixer page, go over here to the mixer page, we can actually see that these two things, we can actually show these things as faders. There we go. So now they should be linked together. There you go. So now you only got to worry about one. Okay, that makes things kind of convenient in a mix. I don't know, it's just one of my things that I like to do. Whatever. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the, all right, so I'm going to put a reverb on here, and let's use little plate because, ooh, Popo.
Coming.
They're here for you, George. I don't know what to tell you, man. Hide your drinks. We did that the other day, man. We're driving down the street.
Yeah.
It was like, I saw a cop. I was like, ooh, act straight. Does that ever work for anyone? Act straight, a cop. No, act straight. I'm talking about how much more straight can you act, man? You're, you know, an old dude driving a Lincoln Town car. Come on, man. Right, Joe? All right. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna try. All right. So what? Let's try this. Let's try a drums play. Let's try just a thin shorty. What that does is it takes. It's got this. This is a great little reverb, man. It's got this. It's got an EQ on it. Basically, you can cut off all the lows, add a little bit of time to it, modulate it a little bit, and then what we'll do is let's take the output of this. So the way internal routing is, this auxiliary is feeding this auxiliary. This auxiliary has the reverb on it. Now I'm going to take the output of this, and I'm going to send it to channel 17 and 18, which are right here. And we'll call this the tom verb. Tom verb. All right? So this is where these other channels are going to come into play here. Let's just take these to the drum subgroup. I'll go ahead and pan them left and right. So now we should be hearing, if we go over here and look at some toms, let's go look at this little part right here where we got some toms in it.
All I have is a good time. Yeah.
All right, so we add a little bit of reverb to it.
All I have is a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit too much, but that's cool. I just needed to make sure I heard it, so there you go. All right.
It's a good time.
Hey, speaking of having a good time, everybody having a good time? Y'all being really quiet on the chat and stuff, man. What's up? I could quit. I could go home and have supper, you know, if y'all want. I don't, you know. If y'all are bored, I'll quit. Y'all just want to stop? No answer. Look at him. Yeah, y'all don't be afraid. If you say something stupid, we're not going to put it on the screen anyway, so it don't matter. That's why I got a moderator here, man, to keep the stupid stuff off the screen.
Still let us know.
You know? Nobody saying anything, huh? Damn, I got, come on, all my one person watch. How many people are watching? Can you tell? On your system?
Four.
Oh, all four. Oh, I got 4. How'd you get 6? You making stuff up, man.
7 now.
7?
Yeah.
Woo!
Went up to 7.
10 earlier.
Well, okay. I must have pissed somebody off. I'm pretty good at that, by the way. All right, sorry, I had to get more coffee in me. So where we at? What do y'all think we should do next? I think what we ought to do next. Vocals. You're playing. George says go to vocals, so let's go to vocals. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. So vocals are down here. So on vocals, man, there's a couple of things we could do. Again, we could actually add, let's go ahead and add, I'm going to go ahead and use a vocal thing, vocal reverb from within, because simply, and Junior, if you're still there, man, you know what I'm talking about. Junior knows where I'm going. Go ahead and tell me, Junior, where you want to take it. I already know, but that's cool. I'm going to solo safe it. I'm going to go ahead and take this and send it out. Y'all see the routing? Hopefully y'all can see the routing. I just made an auxiliary, which this auxiliary fader feeds this auxiliary, which I'm going to insert the reverb on there. And then the output of this I'm going to make go to 19 and 20, which is right next to the tom verb. We'll make this go to the vocal verb. All right. So check this out. Here's what go back to the to the Pro Tools. I would like to use a wonderful reverb that Junior was going to talk about called Capital Chambers. You guys that are on 7 people watching. Okay. You guys that are on Apollo, man, Black Friday is coming, and hopefully y'all have saved your pennies and you're going to buy this plug-in. This is the world's greatest plug-in on vocals, man. I did a little bit of investigating to find out what reverb they were using on Adele's new record. Specifically the song Easy on Me. You guys familiar? Have you heard it? Yeah, everybody should have heard that by now, man. That song's amazing. But I couldn't find what actual reverb they used. I did find out who mixed it and who produced it and all that stuff, but they didn't really talk about. I guess we got to wait till they're interviewed by Dave Pensato or something, you know, on Pensato Place. But whatever. But man, if we do this, all right, we're gonna put the we're gonna play some vocals. Let's just play this little section right here because it just goes on, and then we'll listen to some. We will listen to some of this. Now here's a scenario too, though. All right, this is going to be an issue because we kind of can't send this to a subgroup because then we'll lose the stereo-ness of the reverb of the vocals. Even though the vocals are straight up, I still want to have the reverb of the vocals to be way out here. Okay, so I'm just going to send those to the left and the right. Okay, and I'm going to pan it left and right because the output of that is stereo. All right, so here's what's going to happen when we play the vocals through this. Let's just solo them for a second, okay?
So lonely, baby, but I had me a good time.
There is a little bit of there's a little bit of EQ on there. We could either do it on the rail here, or let's try it on the rail.
So lonely, baby.
Right when he says "baby," it pops a little bit in the low end. So let's see if I can get rid of that. With
so lonely, baby, but I had me a good time.
If I was on the right channel, it might work. Sorry.
So lonely, baby.
That's a little better.
But I had me a good time. Yeah. So lonely, baby.
That's better. That works. Okay. I was going to use the EQ on the inside of Pro Tools, but that one worked. All right. I'm probably going to use a compressor in the box. So we'll go ahead and stick this Pro compressor on there. This is just one of my favorites. This is one that kind of comes with Pro Tools, but you got to pay a lot. I think it's like $35 a year, $40 a year for this. But it's a pretty decent. I like it. You know, it's the one that comes with Pro Tools. So I'm just going to add the preset lead vocal.
So lonely, baby.
I mean, without bypassing.
But I had me a good time.
You can definitely feel it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's and this also has a little sidechain EQ thing going on with it too. So you can turn that on. A little sidechain EQ, and get rid of some of the low stuff on it that you don't need in vocals. So we don't even need any low frequencies in the vocals.
So lonely, baby.
Do need to get rid of a little bit of that though.
But I had me a good time.
a little bit
yeah.
A little bit too much of that coming out. All right. So let's listen to this reverb, shall we? Y'all excited? Are y'all as excited as I am? Man, nobody's talking to me on the thing, man. That's weird.
So lonely.
At least say that I'm stupid or something. Come on. Say, oh, I hate your mix. What? Huh?
That camera's out.
Why? I don't know what happened to it. Did it get unplugged? Oh. No, it's plugged. It was plugged in. Oh yeah, hang on. Your knee hit the thing, man. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah, just be careful with that, all right? Yeah. There's a switch there that turns off that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just you must have hit it with his knee.
There we go. We're back on. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties.
Wasn't my fault this time. For once, stuff wasn't my fault.
Good to have other people by your side.
This is why I brought other people in, so I could blame them when weird stuff happens.
Yeah.
Now you know. Nah, these are a couple of my students that are great. I really appreciate them coming over and helping me out with this stuff because I don't know if y'all remember last time we did this, man. It was awful. Oh, it was terrible. So I was trying to do what you're doing. I was trying to make sure that the feed was okay. I was trying to do what you're doing. I was trying to make sure people were talking and having a good time. And then I was trying to think about this stuff too. And it got a little weird. So it was fun though, man. We had a good time. I mean, this ain't bad. Hey, I don't know if I told y'all, but in case anybody here is listening now, you can go to learnprorecording.com/download and you'll get these files. And I was going to talk about it a little bit more in the end, but I'll go ahead and tell you now. We're doing like a little mix contest. So if you guys want to mix this just for fun, it's totally fine. Send us the mix. Just send it to the email info@learnprorecording.com. MP3 is fine. We're gonna pick the best one, and we're gonna send you some cool studio swag. All right, we'll pick the winner. We'll send you some cool stuff, maybe a hat, maybe a T-shirt, something. We got some cool stuff from ES Audio that we'll send you. It's awesome, man. It's just for fun, just to have a good time, whatever. If you guys, again, learnprorecording.com/download. All right. And then we're gonna talk about something else later on. So don't leave. If you guys are leaving, you're gonna miss out. There's something coming at the end, which is gonna be awesome, and I'm gonna talk to you about it a little bit later. I'm gonna save the surprise. All right. Let's just keep moving on here. Let's see what this reverb is gonna sound like on these vocals, because I for one am excited, and it's that Capitol Chambers that everybody knows and loves so well.
So lonely, baby, but I had me a good time.
Woo!
Yeah.
Y'all feeling that? Oh my
Since
God.
you've been gone, all
Dude.
I have is a good time.
Dude, put that back in the mix.
You broke my wings, yet I have a good time. You shattered every one of my dreams, yet I had me a good time. Since you've been gone, all I have is a good time.
That stuff goes on for days, man. All right, now I'm also gonna add a little I'm gonna add a little delay to the vocals. All right, same thing, same scenario, man. I'm gonna add a new track, and I'm gonna call this vocal delay. Yeah, I know my acronyms are weird, but that's fine. So it added another track right here. All right, again, I'm gonna be a little OCD with the stuff, and it's got to go underneath the reverb. The delay we're gonna use today, let's pick a fun one. I don't like the H delay. Let's try, how about Echo Boy? You guys into that? All right, Echo Boy it is. Thanks for answering. I'm gonna go with a dual echo. This is fun. Now this is something that I do that's kind of weird. All right, I'm gonna make one of my echoes be a quarter note. All right, and one of them be an eighth note. I'm gonna add just a little bit of like a 9 o'clock feedback and go 100% on the mix. These are just my settings that I like to use. I think the song was done at 120, so it doesn't matter on the BPM. BPM is knowing the beat per minute of your song is important when you start using delays, time-based effects, because then you can hear it. And if it's not in time with your song, you'll definitely hear it. It definitely gets weird. So we're gonna make the output of this go here on the console. And same thing, man, I'm just gonna put it in the mix. Okay, I'm just gonna put it in the mix, and I'm gonna pan it left and right. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of it here from the console, and I'm gonna, that should be, oh, we need to make this go out, oh wait, it's this one. We need to make this one go out 2122. That's where we're at. Yep, 2122. So now let's listen to that. We'll listen to the vocal delay.
So lonely, baby, but I had me a good time.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we have delay on the vocals. All right.
So lonely, baby, but I had me a good time. Yeah. Since you've been gone, all I have is a good time.
Bass. Let's talk about the bass. The bottom. The big one. All right, the bass. I got one thing for the bass, and I'm going to use it in the box because I got one thing for the bass. And some of y'all know me. You know what I'm talking about. I got a UAD Fairchild 660. Bro, this just kills on a bass, man. I don't know. I don't know how I live without this. You know, seriously. And this is what I do with it. I don't even need to listen to it. I know exactly what's going to happen right now. Y'all ready?
So
That's so stupid. Let me just bring that down.
So lonely, baby, but I had me a good time.
I could crunch it up a little bit. Let me take this down a little bit.
So lonely, baby,
I could crunch this funk up a little bit.
but I had me a good time. Yeah. since you've been gone.
Man, listen to that growl
All
on the
I have
bass.
is a good time.
That's just ridiculous.
You broke my wings, yet I have a good time.
All right.
You shattered every one of my dreams.
See, I don't even have to do much, man. I just need to know which tool I need to use. Y'all, this is ridiculous. Hey, look, one of the things we deal with here, we are a commercial studio. Oh, I'll talk to you guys now. We are a commercial studio. What this means is that we're open to the public. Anybody can come here and do work. And here's part of the problem. If you go to the if you go back to the Pro Tools screen. Oh, you're on the Pro Tools screen. Never mind. Let's just look at my list of equalizers. There's a few. 100. Who needs this many equalizers? Here's the problem, is that clients come in and what? Stop clicking the thing, man. It's on.
There you go.
I don't know what that was, bro. You pressed the wrong button, that's what. Again, George, man, stop pressing the wrong damn buttons, George. Come on. No, here's part of the problem of running and owning and operating a commercial studio. We get multiple people that come in here throughout the day and throughout the weeks and throughout the years, and they want a specific tool. They need a specific reverb, or they need a specific EQ. We buy it. We put it on there for them. You know, usually plugins like that are not that expensive. Waves has always got a sale and stuff for $20, $29, whatever, man. Anyway, so that kind of happens. And what happens is the list just grows and grows and grows. Dude, I use one. You know, I don't need that whole big old list of stuff. You guys too will find the one that you like and you'll use that one. That's the one that you're familiar with. That's the one that you know that's going to work for your music that you're working on. That's the one that you know is going to work for the song that you're dealing with. If it's yours, especially if it's your music, man, it's just you. Let's say you work on metal music all the time. You mix metal music all the time. You got your specific EQ that you like to use for kick drums, your specific EQ you like to use for bass, whatever. Same thing. The problem is that we're a commercial studio and we just got a bunch of that going on. So how's this battery hanging on here? All right. I guess while I'm sitting here, I could actually just plug this punk in because I don't really need to move around, you know. So I'll just leave that plugged in for a sec. There we go. Okay, that's a little extra. All right. So anyway, back to what we're doing. I forget where we were at. All right. Well, I guess we could look at we kind of went through the drums a little bit. Kind of went through the bass. Well, you definitely got the bass working. Got a little some effects on the vocals. Effects on the drum. The snares. Okay. All right. Let's move on to some guitars. What y'all thinking? Yeah, this is up George's alley right here, man. George is the guitar guy. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, you don't play guitar, do you? Yeah. Okay. All right. Check and watch. You late for something? Oh, I thought he was checking his watch like he's late for a meeting or something. Just checking. You got somewhere else to be at?
Shit.
Damn. What is today? Oh, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, the 23rd. Yeah, it's like this is Thanksgiving week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hopefully y'all gonna forget about your diet on Thursday and just go to town, man. Especially y'all students of mine that went home to mama. Hook it up. Get some of that mama cooking. You know that's some good stuff, people. Man, enjoy it. Especially y'all that you know you don't normally live at home. Enjoy it while it's there, man, because mom loves cooking for you. Trust me. In some cases, it's dad. Some cases, it's dad that loves cooking for the babies. So, yeah. Anyway, enjoy it, man. Thanksgiving's a wonderful time to hang out with family and stuff. So, let's look at these guitars, shall we? We can actually solo it. I don't know what else we could do with this guitar. I mean, this rhythm guitar. We can kind of let's use a EQ in the box. What do y'all think? I mean, honestly, you know, this one's cool. This is one of my okay favorites, I guess. I don't know. Let's try a preset from Let's try. Oh, you know what? No, let's try. I got a CLA. Let's try a CLA mix hub from Waves. This is an old plugin. I don't know if y'all familiar with this one. This one's kind of old. Let's see what he's got for guitars. I don't know. Clean guitar. Let's try that. See what that does. It cleans up a little bit. Yeah, it's not bad. Not mad at that. About this one. All right. That's what they call in the lead guitar. Alright. That's what they call in the lead guitar. I think that could benefit from not only some EQ, but how about let's should we try running an amp simulator on that? What do you think? I got on the Universal Audio, man, I got a Marshall, I got, I think let's try the Fender, what is it? The Fender 55 Tweed Deluxe. Let's see what happens with that. A little bit out of hand, but you know, it's okay. Okay, let's go through the list. 70s Philly Soul. Maybe a little too loud. I might turn it down a little bit, huh? You can actually change the microphones on this thing, man. It's pretty cool. It's Universal Audio. Yeah, again, man, I'm Universal Audio all day, you know. I got Apollos in all my rooms. This room's got an Apollo 8P and 2 Apollo 16s. And Studio A's got 2 Apollo 16X's, the new ones. Even the podcast studio's got the twin, the Octo. Anyway, all right, so that works. Let's see what we got in the mix with all this stuff now.
It's so lonely, but I had a good time.
What if we pan the guitars a little bit? Not 100%, but just a little bit.
So lonely,
Like we had 2 guitar players, right?
but I had a good time. Yeah. Since you've been gone, all I have is a good time. You broke my wings.
I don't really like that. I'm not digging that. Let's see if we got the Marshall thing going on. The Blues Breaker. See if there's something in there that we could try. I'm not that familiar with this plugin, so I'll just add something. Let's try some Vintage Drive. See what that does.
It's so lonely, but I had a good time.
All right.
So lonely, babe,
Not bad.
but I had a good time.
All right. I'll leave it like that. That's pretty cool.
Since you've been gone.
All right, let's get up here to this solo section. See what happens. Now, notice that the you can even see it, that the lead guitar kind of drops out. I'm sure that what it is that the lead guitar is doing the solos. So we need to pan the solos where the lead guitar player is, unless he steps out front a little bit. You know what I do, man? Is I kind of visualize the band on the stage as I do this. You know, that thing, it doesn't matter, man. I kind of visualize the band being on stage, and let's say that we're watching this band play live, and the lead guitar player is over there on this side of the drummer, and then when he takes his solo, he kind of comes back a little bit to the front near the singer. So we'll bring him a little bit more toward the center of the stage for the solo. How's that? All right. Does that make sense, everybody? All right, cool. I'm like not letting y'all answer because you're not answering. You should be answering. I got a guy here, man. He's pressing buttons to show your questions up on the screen, and y'all ain't asking nothing. Is there anything? Have we gone over anything you guys have a question about just yet? I'm gonna grab some coffee then while y'all ponder that question. Feel free to ask me anything. Ask me anything. It doesn't have to be about this. It can be about anything. I don't care. Anyone? Anyone?
Going once.
Okay. I guess not, man. I guess everybody knows everything. I'm just wasting my time up in here. All right, let's take a look at this solo stuff, man, because this is kind of fun. All right.
Yeah.
So we got to do something with this one. So if we go listen to the second part of it. So I feel like there's a little bit of distortion on that and a little bit of delay. I think we got this waves, I don't even know what it's called. Oh, guitar stomp. Let's just go with the 4. We got 4 slots for stomp pedals. Let's add some pedals, shall we? Let's add a little bit of distortion to start with on this one. We're gonna be back on that. More level on that. Might be too much distortion, too much drive. That might be too much. Let's try, see if we got something else, maybe a buzz. I don't know. Oh. That kind of makes it feel a little bit more like this one though. It's a little bit better, right? I think you had a delay. It sounds like there's a delay on that one too. Maybe a doubler? Ooh. Nah, don't do that. That's crazy. Don't do that ever again. Never touch that. Gotta love that, right? I guess we could make it where the solo guitar player hits another pedal or something in the middle, because, you know, are we gonna get these two to sound just the same, or I don't think so. Let's go here. I think it was so far different. Or maybe using the Fender 55 might be a good idea on that first part. I definitely hear a delay on that. This guitar stomp pedal's not working for me. Let's try the Fender 55 on this first one. Ooh, definitely cranks a little bit, huh? Turn it down. Not bad. It's not really working for me. Let me do this. See what happens if we do this. I'm just gonna copy this down to the other one. I was gonna copy it, but it didn't copy for some stupid reason. I pressed the wrong button. It's just me, you know. Let's see what this second one sounds like. We definitely need a delay. For that first one, we definitely need a delay, because I do mind it because it's not working. This is harder than it looks, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I have that one. I know I have this one. Let's try this. I'll try this Marshall back on this the second part here again. I kind of like what's going on in the first part of the solo there. That's not working. I don't know what that is. All right. I never really did like that Blues Breaker plugin. I think I got it free. I didn't buy it. So, hey, anybody got any questions while I'm sitting here doing nothing? Y'all why y'all so quiet? Come on. Dang. Y'all need to replenish? Y'all need a break? Y'all need to you're not empty or anything, are you? All right. I mean, you feel free to just get up and go get another one, man. This is casual. Y'all know that, right? This is casual. It's Tuesday. No, I'm all right. I got coffee, man. Thank you. I'm going to try that before you leave, though. So he brought some Japanese. Is it Japanese? Yeah, Japanese whiskey. I got to try some of that. It smelled good, but I just made a coffee, so I didn't get any. I guess I could put whiskey in the coffee. Who knew? Irish coffee? Is that what it's called? Okay. I kind of like that. This one, you know what? Let's just try the CLA guitars. See if we can't get something on this punk with this thing. This thing's pretty fun. They have a this thing's got a reamp thing on it, and you can there's some reamp presets. Try reamping this whole thing. I can already tell it's gonna be way too loud. Yeah, I'm gonna say no, Bob. I don't know, dude. Not bad, but it doesn't sound like this one. I guess it wouldn't be. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, we could make it. We could actually make it the two different guitars. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the two different guitar players are each taking a solo. You know what I mean? What if we did this? What if we did What if we stole this from this guy and turned it off? Oh, then we'd have to put this here, though. Then we'd be rearranging the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? If we took this, and put it back here somewhere. Nah, that kind of doesn't work, does it? You know what I mean? Like where we take this out for a second. Let's just do this real quick and see what happens.
All I have is a good time.
Let me take this out for a sec too. So
Since you've been gone, all I have is a good time. Yeah.
oh, we would need this here. Yeah, we need this part here.
Since you've been gone, all
Let's find a good starting place for it. That looks like a good starting place right there. I don't know if it's in time or not, but we'll try it.
yeah.
It's not in time. Y'all feeling that? That's gonna suck if we try to do that. So let's not do that ever. We'll just never do that. Or ever. All right. So that's not gonna work. What if we just leave that part out though?
Since you've been gone, all I have is a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna put this back. So yeah, we gotta keep that. This is one of those things, man. It's kind of it's one of those things that's kind of, you know, it's kind of creative. You do what you want to do, and you do what you think. You know, it's not like there's no rules. There's no rules. Do what you want. So if we make it sound like this, then we make it sound like this. That almost worked. I think there's too much delay on it. Not bad. That kind of sounds jazzy a little bit. Let's keep it jazzy. That's got kind of a blues feel to it, you know? It's like the same dude, but he took off the distortion on the second part there. What do you think? I think there's too much delay. It got recorded with too much delay. Yeah, it got recorded that way though.
You drink my
I'm gonna try something else on that. I'm gonna try the mix hub. Just to run it through. Oh, you know what? I don't need that. Yeah, let me get rid of this for a second. Some of these plugins turn your mono channel into stereo for you because they like that stuff. TLA, mix hub, mono. All right. I think CLA's got some guitar stuff here. Let's just go with a heavy guitar. See what that does. It doesn't really help with the, but it could be two different guitars, or you gotta hit the pedal. No. Sorry. Metal? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Not bad. All right. It's not bad. See how it matches with the other one. Again, man, there's no rules. We can do whatever we want, you know. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't know, something about it. Let me know if y'all got any suggestions on the chat there. If y'all want me to try something, maybe you got an idea what I could try on this, man, to make this one sound a little more like this one, you know. But just let me know. Let me know up in the chat. I got a dude sitting here who's gonna tell me stuff when it comes up, but nothing's coming up. So hey, you know. We could try this Slate overloud thing. THU with a rock guitar, some classic rhythm. Huh? I don't mind it. Yeah, it's not bad. Try a different speaker. Try a single. Let's try a 412. I'm not minding that. I don't mind that. I think we make it feel like he hit a pedal.
Yeah.
Went to the second half of that solo like that. You know what I mean? So I don't mind that at all. All right. Let's
Noah says could have a slight reverb to it, maybe.
let's try that, Noah. Thanks, man. Thanks for asking. I think there's a reverb pedal in here, a tube tone, and a phaser. I don't think the amp has reverb on it. What is this? Room reverb. There you go. Yeah. On that. What do you think, Noah? I don't mind that, Noah. That's a good idea, thanks. Let's try this. What do you think, Mr. Guitar Player? You like it? Let's do something with this organ. What do y'all think? Well, the organ's like not getting any love at all. Let's do something. What do y'all think? What do you want to try? Should we distort it up a little bit, or?
Let's do an amp, like
You want to do an amp?
Yeah.
Like what kind of amp? Like
School amp.
like a guitar amp?
Yeah.
Maybe that Fender?
Yeah, maybe that one. And to give it that vintage, like
Yeah.
vintage sound. I mean.
Well, I know what you meant. Had a little bit too much, but you know, it's okay. It's all right. Let me turn it down here a little bit, I think. Yeah, still way too much. Let's try let me try my Fairchild. Let's go with a 670. Now, this is a big confusion, man. Some people think that the 670 is a stereo version of the 660. No, it's a different circuit. It's a different path, so it's a little bit different. It is a stereo though, so there are two channels near linked, so it's okay. Oh, we are here in oh, that's over here. This is why we're on a console, and I've got different things coming up. I'm not hearing it here, I'm hearing it here. And I forgot that the snare reverb was on its own. I tried to mute these reverbs. I tried to keep all my effects down here, but I forgot I put the snare on the auxiliary return. Anyway, my bad. Did y'all see that? I said, my bad. Okay. Oh. Yeah, no, I kind of made it where I kind of had the idea. And no, look, everybody's gonna mix a little different, but I kind of like the idea that I've got a guitar player and he changes it halfway through, because otherwise it's kind of a, what is that, a 16 bar solo? How long is that? That's 32 bars, man. That's crazy. You know, that's 28 bars of guitar solo. So I think if we split it up and mix it up a little bit, it kind of makes the song a little bit more exciting and gives it a little bit more flow. You know what I mean? Because we made it different. You know. So back to this organ here. With everything else, I'm gonna bring everything else back into with the organ, so crunched up like that. So, well, let's hear it with and without. So there's with the Fairchild, there's without. It gives it a little bit more punch and a little bit more, a little bit of grit, which which isn't bad. So let's bring everything else back in.
Drank my wine, and I still had a good time, baby. You stole my money, and I still had a good time. Since you've been gone, baby, since you've been gone, darling, since you've been gone, yeah, I still had a great time. Yeah, all thanks to you, baby.
Ooh, okay. I don't know, man. I think we're kind of in a decent place. What y'all think?
I think so.
Yeah. It kind of feels okay. I'm still, like Noah said, man. I'm still a little bit weird with those two guitars, but I kind of like the first one. Honestly, I kind of like the first one by itself. You know, I wish it was something we could do instead of having that second guitar. I mean, I guess we could just duplicate the first one again, but that's kind of weird, you know. So it's such a long space. That solo is such a long place to be. I kind of wish there was an organ solo would have been really cool right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but or a harmonica. You know, I don't know. We don't have a harmonica. Y'all play harmonica? No? Okay, no. Just trying to help out, everybody. Just trying to help out. All right, let's just go from the front here real quick and see. Let's run through it again. This is mixing, people. You probably listen to the song, I don't know, 42 times before you kind of get into a good place. You know, what time is it? We running too late? Oh, we're almost out of time. I know we were a couple minutes late, so we're just gonna run through it a couple more times and see where we're at. And then I want to talk to you guys about something, so don't go nowhere. Everybody got snacks? Everybody got drinks? Y'all good? Yeah? Okay. Let's run through it one time. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm going to be adjusting along the way, so if y'all got any questions or comments, man, the screen's right there. I can see it. I got a moderator guy right here. Octo's right here. George is over here pressing the buttons, changing the cameras for us and all that. I really appreciate these guys hanging out with me. If y'all have any questions or comments, please let me know. We're going to be running through this a couple of times, so just to make you feel good. All right, so let's see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what we didn't add was a snare sample. What do y'all think? Snare sample? I'm thinking, yeah. I'm thinking snare sample. Let's try one. Something about the snare is just bugging me, man. Every time I hear it, especially in the beginning, that dit, 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 dit. You know, I don't know, man. Something up with it. Let's go to the snare thing. Oh, a dream snare. That sounds cool, huh? I don't know. Dan's snare. That sounds kind of poppy. Huh? Is Dan a pop guy? Nah. Don't need that. A black snare. Nah, come on now. I was thinking that might have been like a Black Beauty or something. Hey, I don't mind this. Let's put this in here. The beauty of Trigger too, or any trigger from Stephen Slate, so you can stack stuff, man. Look, I got 8 slots down here that I can fill up, and I can like add things. Like we got the room sounds and the other snares, but we can add old Zeppelin snare. Let's see. I like it. I'm liking it. Let's add some. No, not really. From I'm assuming this is from our friend Nirvana. I saw this meme. I don't know if did y'all see this meme the other day? Anyway, I saw this meme come across the feed or whatever. I was on, I don't know, Instagram or something. Saw this saw this feed come over, and it was a picture of Dave Grohl and a picture of the drummer from Nirvana. And somebody said, if Dave Grohl shaved his beard, he might look just like the drummer from Nirvana. Come on, people. Try to keep up. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it would, huh? To be honest with you, it really would. I'm going to put this room mic in there just to add a little bit to it. So I'm going to go ahead and solo just the snare so we can hear what's going on. Go back to my trigger. I'll mix in a little bit of my my real snare. A little bit more of that Zeppelin snare. Question from who? Noah. When it comes to mixing, do you mix how you want it, or do you mix it how an artist would want it, or both? Well, Noah, that's a really great question, by the way, and I'm really glad that somebody finally asked that. Noah, here's what it is, man. When you get to a point in your career and people seek you out for being the mix engineer, they come to you because they like your style of mixing. A lot of times the artist wants to be a part of the mix process, and they want you to basically they basically want you to mix it how they want it mixed. That's not really your mix, because it's their mix through you. So it's a little bit different, man. It's a little bit, there's a fine line, dude. There's really just a fine line where you got to sit and understand that some of these decisions that I'm making, like the snare sample that I just put in, that's on me. If the client doesn't like it, he's going to express that dislike of the sample that I put in. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's my mix, you know. That's why the client came to me. That's why the artist came to me, was because he likes my style. He likes my mixes. I've got clients that keep coming back to me because they like the way I mix their songs. But then there's clients that I've had that actually said, I don't like your mix. Thank you for trying, you know, and we moved on. So there's that. I mean, but dude, if it's your song, you mix it however you want. If it's your mix of a client, mix it how you want, and then the client will usually give you notes saying, oh, I like what you did with the snare, but the kick drum just doesn't really work for me. So there's plenty of scenarios that we can talk about later on, but that is a great question, and I appreciate you asking me that, man. And that's kind of the answer is, yeah, for both, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, you definitely got to keep your clients happy because they pay your rent. But then you've got your own style too that you need to adhere to, you know, that you need to keep in. So do that, man. Be you. Be you. Don't mix for the client. Mix for you, and then hopefully the client loves it. That's all there is to it. Moving on. All right, with that, it seems a little bit like it's a little bit delayed, but it's not, so no big deal. Maybe it's just my my detail on the samples there. Yeah, I was missing that ghost note. That's what it was. In the very beginning, there was a ghost note there. That one. I missed that. So, but I had to mix up a little bit, so I heard some of my original snare without the sample on it. So it's kind of weird. Add a little bit more of this room in there. If I put it in with the rest of the band.
But I had a good time. So lonely, babe. But I had me a good time.
Man, what if we put samples on these toms too? Huh? What are y'all thinking? Sorry, I know we're running out of time, ladies and gentlemen, but bear with me. It's gonna be fun. Let me start this all over again. There we go. All right, let's go to the browser. We'll go to the toms, get a high tom. Let's go with a birch tom. Let's just grab the first one there.
And does that
Okay.
come with like the all access, the
No, this is, dude, right now, everybody, right now, this is on sale for 49 bucks. It's regularly $149. Black Friday came early, it's late. 49 bucks for Trigger 2 with just a crap ton of samples. Go get it right now. Tell them I sent you. I don't get nothing extra for it. Just tell them I sent you.
Does this come included in the membership?
What membership? Oh, no, it doesn't.
No,
That's what he just asked.
Oh.
No, it does not come with the All Access bundle. This is strictly another purchase. Another purchase is the SSD, the Stephen Slate drums, which is basically a drum MIDI sample program, which is also dope and also on sale right now. So I think that's regularly $149. It's on sale for 99 bucks, dude. Jump in, please do, because it's amazing. This stuff is sick. I mean, we use this every day in our daily lives here at the studio because it's awesome. I think I use Birch Tom 2. I use Birch Tom 3 for this one. Let's just see what happens because we can. Let's go up here where the toms happen. What's that?
Here, frequency.
Oh, that little rumble that's holding, the low end that's rolling after. I don't know if I have my trigger properly on that one. My detail might be too. Is it a high frequency or low frequency?
High frequency.
On the first tom?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so long here. It's that one that's holding on, you think?
Maybe.
On this side? No?
Oh, I don't hear it anymore.
Okay. It might be something else then. It might not be a tom.
No, it's not a tone.
It might not be a tom. It might be something else. Between the toms? I might be something on this. We might have the snare triggering too much or something. I don't know. Yeah, we might have been hitting that ghost note right there. That a little bit too much. We can actually adjust the detail a bit. What was funny? What was funny, Joe? It didn't make it to the screen, but what was funny?
I think she was talking about when you were talking about
Oh.
that show, somebody shaved her Nirvana drummer.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. That was a minute ago, huh? I just saw it. Sorry. All right. Hey, listen, I know I'm keeping y'all too long. Let's run through the song one time. Let me know in the comments if y'all hear anything along the way that you want me to look at real quick. Other than that, I'm going to talk to you in a minute, okay? Hold on one second. Take me off. Oh. Sorry.
So lonely, but I had a good time. of my dreams, yet I had me a good time. Since you've been gone, all I have is a good time. Yeah. And I still had a good time, babe. You stole my money, and I still had a good time. Since you've been gone, baby, since you've been gone, darling, since you've been gone, yeah, I still had a great time. Yeah, all thanks to you, baby.
I guess I can turn my microphone back on so y'all can hear me, huh? Y'all can hear me now, right? Good. Okay. What I was saying before I forgot that the mic was turned off was that here's what we do at the end when we're ready to print inside. Y'all can see the patch bay. I've got these two right here are what are feeding you. That's what's feeding your feed. But that is on my patch bay is a half normal back into Pro Tools 17 and 18. Okay, so if I make a stereo track, you guys paying attention? If I make a stereo audio track, right, and I'm gonna give it an arbitrary bus output just because I don't want any output coming from this thing. I'm gonna name this print track, okay, and I'm going to bring the input from 17 and 18, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. I guess my inputs didn't populate. Let me go up. This happens a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the real world of Pro Tools. Go up to your I/O. We'll go to the input and we'll hit default. And for some reason, why do I not have a default? Let's see, it's 17 and 18 is here. Oh, it's it's this one, the one that says console talkback whatever. That's what it is. Let's just use that one. It should be. All right, we'll go here, and we'll make it this one. And then when I set this up, when I press play, you should see this thing happening. Okay, it only likes one side of me, so I don't care. Anyway, why am I hearing myself? Oh, that's why, because I've got the talkback. I've got the talkback on there. Anyway, this is set up for this room is set up for tracking. I did not change it for doing this stuff. So anyway, what we could do, I can't do it in here now because I'm using the outputs of the master fader so you can hear what I'm doing. But normally what I can do is patch out of that into a channel in Pro Tools so that you guys can, so we can print it internally. We're just not gonna print this one. That's what we'll do. We just won't print it. How's that? One more time, man, let's listen down a little bit. It's feeling pretty good. Feeling like we're about done with it. I'm just going to listen to a little bit more of it. Hang out because I want to talk to you about it, okay? Hang on.
Yeah. It's so lonely, but I had a good time. So every one of my dreams. Yet I had me a good time. Since you've been gone, all I have is a good time. Yeah.
Hey man, we just had a question from internal. The bass channel on the console is peaking just a little bit. The red light's coming on. It's not necessarily peaking, but the red light's coming on. And George here asked me if that was okay. Yes, it's 100% encouraged. Please do. That's kind of where we're getting that little bit of crunch on the bass, man. The bass just got a little bit. It's not distorted. It's just a little bit of crunch. So it's peaking in the Pro Tools, but then I've got that compressor on there kind of set as a limiter. So it's not going to peak, it's not going to distort, it's not going to give me digital distortion, but I can distort a little bit on the console, and that's where we're getting that big, punchy feel of it.
Play for them so they can see it.
Yeah, you see, oh yeah, you can, you guys can see the meter. It's this one right here. Watch that meter, it turns red a little bit.
Yeah.
They kind of can't see the red light, but the red light is coming on just slightly, but it's still just slight. All right. So, hey, listen, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for all this time. Sorry we were a little bit late. We had this thing with YouTube and the Restream and whatever, man. We thought about using Restream or StreamYard, so it kind of got all messed up, and we couldn't find the stream key from the original thing. Whatever. You know, let's just deal with it, man. We had, what, 4 people watching? That was awesome. They probably y'all, all 4 people probably know who we are, right? Anyway, what I want to talk to you about, man, is you guys, because you hung out with us for a few minutes, students, disregard this. Wife at home, disregard this unless you want to pay, unless you want to buy some stuff. Anybody out there that's watching this that thinks that this is something that would be beneficial to know more about, we have a basically a basic signal flow course, which we have on our Learn Pro Recording website for sale. The price of the course is $47. But here's what I want to do for you today. Because you guys hung out with us for a little bit, I'm giving you pre-Black Friday access to the course, okay? Even if you wait, you're still going to get the price later on. It's not a big deal. So $47, but here's what you get with the $47. I'm going to give you 6 months of Learn Pro Recording membership and community. Now, to break that down a little bit, the community is basically like a private Facebook group that's just us. It's just us being us. There's members in there that are talking all the time, asking questions, sharing templates and presets and sharing ideas, whatever, collabing on music, whatever. The community's awesome because it's just us being us and talking to us, so it's cool. The membership, what you get with the membership, man, you get tons of stuff that's not available to the public. As the public, YouTube, you get the podcast every week, you get the blog post every once in a while. I almost said every week, but it doesn't happen every week. It's every once in a while when I feel like it. Now, when I get around to it, man, the studio's been stupid busy. And I'm not complaining, mind you, but it's awesome. We're having a good time. It's just a lot of fun. But anyway, with the membership, you get access to content that's not available to the public. It's PDFs, it's ideas that come up, it's things that I think you should know about. You guys ask questions and I answer questions. Also, with the membership, you get access to me as a mentor. If you guys want to do a one-on-one coaching call, that's available. You just have to come in and set it up with me, and we get that done. I mean, you get access to me one-on-one whenever you need it. You just set it up, which is only part of the, you don't get that from public, you don't get it from anywhere, only the members can get a hold of that. The membership generally is $12 a month, not that big of a deal, but because of you guys hanging out with me today, I'm giving you early access to the Black Friday. You're getting the membership for free for 6 months. Membership and community free for 6 months. Just go to learnprorecording.com/Black Friday deal, and that's going to give you the deal where you get all 3 together for the one price of $47. Besides that, man, the course is awesome. The basic signal flow course. The basic signal flow course takes you through basic signal flow going from point A to point B to point C, so on and so on and so on. Then it explains patch bays a little bit. See how I do this, man? This is awesome. No, then the course takes you into patch bays and explains patch bays, how they work, why they work, why they're configured in certain ways. I mean, there's 4 different configurations of patch bays that you can set up. And it also will help you think about how, when you need a patch bay in your studio, how you're going to put it together. Then there's a part that takes you through the analog mix, the hybrid mix, like what we just did today. So it explains that more in detail on how to route it, how to get it in, how to get it out, how to get it back in. So again, that's learnprorecording.com/Black Friday deal. All one word. It's 3 words that are all together, but it's just still one word. Black Friday deal. You can say it real fast like that if you want. But anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. George, thank you so much. Octo, my friend, thank you so much for helping out. We appreciate you guys. We're going to get out of here. It's time to go taste some of his whiskey. So we'll see you next time. Don't forget, learnprorecording.com/Black Friday deal. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.